Hi, I'm Aresha Davis, and I am going to be talking about my journey being a first time mom. Where to begin? When I just found out I was pregnant, I was 18 years old. I was 18 years old. So when I just found out, I was scared. I was scared because I wasn't ready. This was new. I didn't know what to do, given the fact that I am a sickly person. Right? So I am anemic and I have the trait of sickle cell. So I didn't know how this would go. So when I found out, I called my spouse and informed him. He was excited. He was excited because he wanted it. I did not. I did not. But given the fact that he wanted to be there throughout, that was good. So I had the motivation from both my mother and from him. Fast forward, my pregnancy was rough. I was in and out of the hospital due to the fact that I am anemic, so my iron is low, blood is low. I remembered we got into an argument, me and my spouse. Family intervened in our relationship. He he was getting some false information that misled him, so he was not sure about the baby anymore. So I went through a horrible pregnancy. When I was about 6 months, 6 months into my pregnancy, I went to the hospital again. My blood count was very low, my pressure was low because I was stressing. So I wasn't eating, nothing. And it scared me because I almost lost my baby. Almost lost at 6 months. I went into a state of depression afterwards, but given the fact that I had a wonderful mother, even though we had our ups and downs, I had a wonderful mother. She helped me to get through it. And bear in mind, me and my spouse, we weren't together that much because of the misunderstandings. Fast forward to the day I went into labor. Well, I was not really into labor, but the pain was unbearable. I was feeling some unbearable pain, right? I went to the hospital where I got admitted for a week. Fast forward to the Thursday, I was induced because my pressure was dropping rapidly. I was induced. When I got induced, I had complications during my pregnancy. So it was life and death situation with me. I had to do an emergency C-section, which I was scared. I didn't have anybody to call, anybody to talk to at the moment. So doctors told me it was life and death. So it was either me or the baby. And I remember starting praying. I wasn't a godly child back then. I started praying and I said, God, I went through so much just to keep my daughter. I do not want to lose her. And I prayed and I remember nothing after the injection. When I woke up, the nurse came. She pinched me and told me to mark my baby. I don't know why, but she told me to mark my baby. Eyes were barely open. When I saw her, I felt like this is it. This is love. This is what it feels like to have somebody for yourself. The feeling was just overwhelming, honestly. Then came some bad news. Um, they had to incubate her because of some lung problem. And I thought to myself, my world was coming to an end again. Ah, that time I was going through so much dealing with depression as well. So to get the news that I could lose her because of some lung problem, it broke my heart. I went into depression again. just had baby, had a C-section, went into depression again because doctors told me that she might not make it due to her lung problem. So she was incubated for about 2 days. I prayed for those 2 days. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, nothing. Medication I got, couldn't take them. I was, I don't even have the words to put them together, but it was a horrible experience the first time. But after she came out and she was breathing on her own, I had a sigh of relief. Weight lifted off of my shoulders. And after that, I got discharged. I didn't want to go to my spouse's house. As I said, we were having complications at the time, so I stayed with my mom. Fast forward to when my daughter was about 6 weeks. I remember bringing her to 6 week clinic. She got her first injection. Mind you, I'm a first time mother. I don't know anything. She get the two injections and she was in pain. And the more she cried, I cried. I didn't know what to do. I was crying. She was crying. I was crying. I felt like I was not a good mother. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help her. So I had a bad experience with that. Fast forward now to about 6 months into her life. Watching her grow was the best thing that ever happened to me. She started talking. At 6 months, her first word was Dada. I got vexed because I wanted her to say Mama first, so Dada first. I was vexed, but watching her say Dada and asking her to say it again for me, and she said it again, and you see the happiness in her face. She was so excited to speak. When she was one and she could fully put a sentence together. Oh my God, could we get her to stop? Could we get her to stop? She talked, she talked, she talked. I remembered, I believe, when she was about almost two, there was a time when me and her father had some difficulty. I think we had an argument and I was crying. She came to me and she said, Mommy, what happened to you? I said, Nothing, I'm okay, just a little sad. She turned to me and said, Mommy, Daddy hurt you? And she was pointing at me like this. Mommy, Daddy hurt you? And I said, No, why you think that? Mommy, if a daddy hurt him, I hurt him back for you know? I go bite him, watch. Mommy, me I go bite him. And I cheered up. I cheered up. When she just started school, that was scary for me because I had her everywhere I went. Everywhere I went, she was there. I don't leave her. My parents would cuss me and tell me to leave the baby with them. Everywhere I went, she was there. When she started school, I was scared because she can't defend herself per se. For example, if somebody hit her, she would just stand there and cry and so on. So I was kind of afraid for her. So when she started, I let her go to summer school first to let her get a feel. And she come back one day and she said, Mommy, ready for go back to school you know? Me ready. She put on her bag, put on her clothes. Mommy, me ready. Come now, mommy, you take too long. Mommy, where you wait for? Me can't bother with you now, this me can't bother with you. And I was excited to see that she was eager to learn. She was eager to go back. Um, During the time from 2 year old to now, I would say she has changed me a lot because I was in and out of depression. Her smile, just to see her laugh, just to see her grow, just to see her curious about everything, asking questions, making me smile during my sad times, making fun of our father, even though our father is our light and our salvation. She always puts me first. She has changed me in ways that only God knows because dealing with depression as a young mother growing up, it's not easy dealing with depression. I almost lost my life countless of times But because of her, I stand strong. I held on. I I remembered a time where depression got the best of me. I I tried to end my life early because of depression, but when I found out that I had a little life growing inside of me was just one of the many joys in this world. I felt like I had another purpose in life. Felt like I had something caring for me. Given the fact that I am not from a hearty background, everybody go in this nice environment, this nice background. I was not. So dealing with depression at a tender age, growing up and going, I went through a trauma once, and it still sticks with me up till this day. Sometimes I fall in and out of depression still, but she can come to me as a mother and say, "Mommy, you know me love you. I will always be there for you." Hearing your child, sorry, hearing your child come to you and giving you comfort, even though she does not know or he does not know what you are going through, and she hugs you and she kisses you and say, "Mommy, everything is going to be alright. Why are you crying? Why are you feeling this way?" It's just it's just one of the many loves. I felt a love from her that I don't get from my parents. Not even my parents, I don't feel that love from. So having a child is one of the many blessings in this world. The love that that child gives you is just something to look forward to every single day. Even though me and our father are separated, and it is taking a toll on her, and I'm still trying to figure out how to help her. It's rough because seeing her going into a little state of depression by herself, it's hard as a mother. Not You're not connecting with her the way you want to, right? And even though it's hard, making your child happy, making your child smile, even when they're not happy, it's one of the best feelings. So as a young mother, and I am still learning new things in and out, I am mainly trying to focus on her happiness, her well-being. My advice to everybody would be to just be patient, take it one day at a time. I know it's hard being a mother, even if you're a single mother. I know it's hard, but you can make it through. If I can make it past all of my obstacles and still going through my obstacles, and knowing that I have my child and that she can come and give me the comfort that I have never gotten, it is a blessing. If I can do it, you can do it as well. Just be patient, try your best to be loving, try your best to be caring. Don't vent your anger or anything on your child, because trust me, it takes a toll on them. And I am still learning as a mother, so as the more I grow, the more I learn new things, the more I try my best to put in the effort, that work, that time, just to make my daughter proud. She's everything to me. She's everything that is holding me down to this earth. Because sometimes I feel like letting go, giving up, but trust me, having a child, one of the best things you can ever do in life. So there's a lot more to my story, but that's that's what I have for you for now.